Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing something similar to what I did for the engineer for the scout. Just to show my general thought process while playing, here's the build. Hover clock M1, special powder shotgun, high mobility cryo grenade, 101 flare gun, and there's the perks. Actually going to be playing co-op this time, so it's going to be a little unique. It's going to be a long one though. So this is going to be a super long mining mission. Good chance to show off some of the scout techniques I use to mine without platforms. Gunk seed. The phantom gunk is always there. Had the opportunity to take Tunnel Rat for this, but decided against it just for a more organic gameplay of Scout. You might not always have access to Tunnel Rat, so I wouldn't be able to do it such risky strats as I'm going to do, if I do have it. Usually just try to pick off the enemies that are kind of straggling around the edges of the pack. This is interesting. Rather than the bulk of them. Leave that to gunners and drillers. Everything I can to prevent as many small enemies from getting involved as possible. The next cave is like bleeding into this one. That's nice. I think we may have skipped the dirt in this room. A sloppy cave gen for sure. Yep, there's the dirt. Trying to get that grabber, but ended up just having to use heightened senses on it. Always use heightened senses as a scout, personally, just due to how far away I am from the team usually. So if I get downed, I don't want to derail everything. take the shortcut back. Drop the breeder and one cryo. Unfortunately, it's a little bit harder to pull off some of these scout tricks in Magma just because the walls are harder. Usually it's not too much of an issue. Picking off priority targets like that. Luring some of the bugs away by mining mid-combat. Kill on all those guys because abuse the environment. Even if I don't have space for stuff, I'm always going to be digging and knocking it out because being scattered around the floor is much easier for the team to get at than up on the ceiling. So now, one of the more unique abilities of the scout is the ability to just separate from the team and take the mule. So I'm going to go back for these seeds, and I can just pull the mule along with me while everyone else can make progress. So for the most part, as a scout, you're going to be disjointed from the team most of the time, only really rejoining them to lay flares. Wait real quick for this mule to catch up. Okay. Get all these seeds in. And now we can progress. There's more seeds in here even. And while your grappling hook may not have ammo of any form, you can think of your health as a resource and you need to use it, because sometimes you may have to expend a little bit of health just to make the jumps that you want to make. So spending 5% of your health to get a decent amount of resources isn't always a bad trade, especially if there's sugar around that, say, your teammates couldn't get to easily. So that's basically your scout sugar. You do want to link up with your team whenever swarms are coming around, though, so I'm going to try to do that now. This cave really is just a mess. Bulk. So depending on whether or not this is focused on us, will depend on how we handle it. So the crevice may have just eaten the resupply, so that sucks. And the bulk's okay. So, given the opportunity, we can lure the bulk away, take the pressure off the team a little bit. If we're feeling like a particularly crafty scout, we can use it to kill some other enemies. Oh, that was close. I'm just gonna go ahead and take 2 blocks off of this resupply since it's basically inaccessible to anyone else. Oh. Hop, hop. Okay.
Down it go.
And now we need to figure out what's going on with this this cave system here. Just head over to the big room first of all. I'm trying to get some of the resources. A lot of Morkite. So that's going to be my primary objective right now. We have enough for another resupply, so I'm not too hard pressed to get nitro. And I'm going to focus on it whenever I do see it. Right now we chance to knock out most of the mission objective. Another dirt wall down there. Draw attention to that so everyone knows where we do need to go whenever the time comes. Sometimes dirt walls will be up high or around corners that the rest of the team might not necessarily take the time to explore to, as it may not look like that will be the way to go. So regardless, you want to ping the dirt wall as soon as you see it. This can potentially cause some confusion with your team, as they may think that's where you're wanting to go right at that second, but if you don't make a move towards the dirt, then most people usually figure it out. Magma core, as usual, attempting to suck us into the crevices. So made myself a little divot on this ore, just hop onto it. So even in a biome with hard walls, it's definitely possible, I'd say, to support yourself as a scout. Make little cutouts for yourself. Catch up with the team. Most people usually play the scout as like a first man into the room kind of thing, but really what you more want to focus on is being the last man out of it. You'll want to linger in the back with the mule to gather up the last bit of the high resources if there's a lot of them. It's like, for example, it would be pretty taxing for my teammates to get up here, but instead I'm just gonna, hop up here, quickly tear it down. Packing heightened senses comes with some perks. burning enough flares to take more resupply. Get this Praetorian to burn on these little geysers. I can hit him with some cryo for big damage. Doesn't look like he wants to though. Picking off priority targets, stunning big targets that I can't immediately deal with. Just basically holding the entire swarm at bay. We have a gunksy we can go back for, but I think we'll just keep pushing on instead. Potentially find any secrets or treasures in this cave. Continuing on the whole kind of like last person out of the room kind of thing, if there's ever anything that the team has to like leave someone behind for, like a pearl or Jada's that the mule's taking forever to catch up, you should absolutely leave the scout behind, because he can catch up in a fraction of the time that anyone else can. This looks like about the last room here, so we'll get everything mined up and wrapped up. Usually if the opportunity presents itself, I always try to mine up the last little bit of stuff on long Morkite missions. Also, this last gunk seed was hiding pretty good. Whatever I gotta do to keep digging. This is a bit of a tricky vein to get at right here. A little creativity you can get at it. that's going to be a particularly hard one. Just jammed up against the ceiling. Won't be able to get all of it this way, but good enough. So that should about do it. We'll slam the button and get out of here through this swarm. No fear. Grab what I can, but he's gonna run ahead and get the mule moving, so it takes a little bit less time to get there. Because the mule won't actually move until the drop pod lands fully. So by leading it along a little bit, you can cut down your exfil time a little bit. See what path we find out of this spirally cave. Certainly going to be interesting. We can climb all the way up this. The ultimate thing with Scout when you're extracting is simultaneously playing the interference for your team while also ensuring that if everything goes to hell that you can make it out and secure the mission. While no dwarf should be left behind, I'm sure your teammates would much rather get the one person win than have to redo the entire mission, so a good blend of self-preservation and also team support is the way to go. Quick little reset right here. May have killed him. May or may not. So this is the moment where it turns from team support into save your own skin. Watch out, holes. So that was about to the tipping point where I had done everything I could and I was about to abandon, but I was able to stick it out. Never mind. Alright, not too bad. But that about does it for me today. I'm working on the driller and the gunner brain videos right now, and expect those within a couple of days. If you'd like to see some more Deep Rock Galactic content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and if you'd like to catch me live, follow me on Twitch. My Twitch link and my builds are in the description below. As always, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.